Coming up, the longest government shutdown in U.S. history could be coming to an end.
And round 3 of stage is complete. We'll tell you who's moving on to the finals and who's headed to the redemption round. The FTC Soundcheck starts now. Hello and welcome to the FTC Soundcheck. I'm Daniel Garcia.
And I'm Jace DeMarco. Our top story. The federal government shutdown is currently in its 43rd day. However, it could be close to ending. Senators met on Sunday and broke the 6-week stalemate when they agreed to extend government funding until late January. 8 members of the Democratic Party sided with the Republican Party on the measure. The measure now heads to the House, where the package could be passed as early as tonight and sent to President Donald Trump.
SNAP benefits remain on hold for millions of Americans, for now. Yesterday, the Supreme Court extended an order that allows the Trump administration to withhold food aid payments. This delay gives Congress time to reopen the government and fund the SNAP program.
Yesterday was one of the coldest days of the semester. Let's see what's stored in the rest of the forecast this week. Today, partly sunny, highs around 50. Thursday, mostly sunny, highs in the lower 50s. Friday, mostly sunny, highs around 50. Saturday, sunny, highs in the upper 40s. Sunny, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain, highs in the mid-50s. Right now, it's 48 degrees in Dix Hills.
In the world of sports, the New York Giants have fired their head coach, Brian Daboll. After their tough loss in Chicago and a rough start to the season, New York Giants general manager made the decision to part ways with Brian Daboll. He'd been the head coach for 4 years. Giants defensive coordinator Mike Kafka will take over head coach duties for the rest of the season as the interim head coach. The Giants are currently 2-8 on the season.
GTA 6 is apparently in the slow lane. After already being delayed for May of 2026, Rockstar Games has just announced the game's not coming out until November 19th, 2026. The company says the delay will allow the team to, quote, finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. The game was originally set to be released this fall.
The nominee list for the 2026 Grammys has been released. Recording Academy CEO Harvey Mason Jr. introduced the live stream event last Friday to kick off the reveal of all of the nominees competing for an award. Kendrick Lamar, Lady Gaga, and Bad Bunny were among the artists to receive a high number of nominations. Artists that won last year's Grammys reflected on their victories during the live stream.
It was such an honor to even be nominated in these categories amongst so many amazing artists. Beyonce, Taylor, Ariana, Charlie, Chappell, Billy. And it was just such a dream come true to take them home as well. So let's see who's in it to win it this year.
The Grammy Awards ceremony is set to take place on Sunday, February 1st.
We got our first look at the brand new Michael Jackson biopic last week. The biopic tells the story of pop superstar Michael Jackson from his early days in the Jackson 5 to his journey of becoming the greatest pop artist in the world. Michael is played by Jafar Jackson, the King of Pop's real-life nephew. The biopic is expected to be released next year.
If you like going to the beach and want to help the environment, a local group could use your help. Tyler McCready has the details.
Toy sea turtles covered in seaweed and sand may raise eyebrows, but they're here for a good cause. The Atlantic Marine Conservation Society's annual beach walk cleanup at West Meadow Beach.
They would slowly warm up the turtle.
As volunteers discovered the turtles, they were given a hands-on lesson about how to position them so they could get professional help if needed. Volunteers also picked up trash as they walked along the beach, with the goal of every person collecting at least 1 pound of trash. Ellie Sywalk, AMC's Education and Outreach Coordinator, ran the event.
This event with Brookhaven we've been doing every year. It starts off with a virtual lecture to reach as many people as possible, to talk to them about sea turtles, about cold stunning, what that means, and how they can monitor the beach on their own time to be able to find sea turtles that might have washed up.
Volunteers like Marge Tuthill chatted while picking up trash, and it left them excited to help the environment.
It gives me a purpose, not just to walk the beach, but to look for things that don't belong on the beach.
This walk is another part of AMC's efforts to educate the public about marine life and how people can help make beaches safer and cleaner.
I love my job working for AMC's. I get to not only talk to people about marine conservation, of all ages, adults, kids, everybody in between, but I also work on the stranding work, which is fascinating and really helpful for understanding the threats that these animals are facing.
If you'd like to learn more about AMC's or help out, you can go to their website at www.amcs.org. I'm Tyler McCready, reporting.
If you happen to be walking on the beach and see a marine animal needing help, be sure to call the New York State Stranding Hotline at 631-369-9829.
A lot going on both on campus and off in the next week or so. Here are some details. Tomorrow, the MEIS conference is happening all day in the Downbeat. If you want to be a professional musician, music manager, or want to work in the music industry in any capacity, you should stop by. You'll get to hear from industry leaders, and it all starts at 9:30. Tomorrow is also a big day in sports. The men's soccer team takes on Bryan and Stratton Rochester in the first round of nationals in Pittsburgh. This is the team they beat in the conference championships, so hopefully they could do it again. The women's basketball team is finally in action at noon Saturday. Men's basketball will be back in action Saturday at 2 p.m. Both teams are taking on Vermont State University Randolph. And theater lovers, Sweeney Todd hits the stage at the Performing Arts Center next week. Check out The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Performances run from Thursday through Sunday. That's it for now. Back to you.
The Five Towns College Broadcasting Club held an on-the-record event in Studio 400 during Common Hour. The event featured radio personality Josh Martinez, discussing careers, creativity, and finding students' place in today's media industry. Attendees were able to hear Martinez's journey from the start and ask questions along the way. Martinez can be heard on Z100 New York, 103.5 KISS FM, and iHeartRadio.
FTC held an open mic night in the Downbeat yesterday, showcasing the student body's talent. Open mic events allow any student, regardless of their major, to stand behind the mic and perform. Performances range from hip-hop to slam poetry to slow ballads. The event was hosted by a live DJ who provided introductions and backing tracks and even joined in with the performers at times.
Five Towns College's annual stage competition is on to its next round. Round 3 took place in the Downbeat last Monday night, where 5 contestants competed in a series of musical performances. Blythe won round 3 and are moving on to stage finals, which is expected to take place in December. Senior Joseph Valentine was the runner-up and moves on to the redemption round.
Now, stage finals are one of my overall favorite events of the entire year, and one of my favorite parts is seeing one of the student groups walking away with a comically large $500 check.
Oh, that's something they're going to keep forever. The money, probably not, but I hope they spend it wisely. That's all for the FTC Sound Check. I'm Jace DeMarco.
And I'm Daniel Garcia. Thanks for watching.